Hello, Gemini friends. I'm Annie Botticelli, and welcome to my Gemini October 2024 Astrology Horoscope forecast. I'm calling the theme of this month for Gemini 7 power aspects, bringing Gemini's galactic greatness, and we will go into all of those details about the best possible aspect in astrology, making this beautiful configuration with Gemini placements and all the layers there. Plus more things to talk about. This is a very busy month astrologically. This is for you if Gemini is your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign, or any other Gemini placements you're listening for. What I'm going to talk about here is part of your astrological picture. And if you're a very late degree Gemini friend, so birthdays like June 15th through the rest of the sign, I suggest you additionally listen to my Cancer report, as your very late degree friends will benefit from both readings. YouTube friends, I'm going to be working off the chart. Podcast listeners, I will put a copy of the chart as the thumbnail. We're going to start with and spend a massive amount of time, most of the time really, on that configuration in the right bottom of the chart. These are very active areas and a lot going on. So I'm going to dive very deep into this. Okay, so let's lay out the story here. All of this energy in Libra means there's a Libra party in the sky. This is true for everybody. The moon is there right at this moment of this chart, but that passes quickly, so we're not going to focus on that. Transiting South Node, the Sun, Mercury, Lilith, Astrea, and Juno, plus the October 2nd, 10-degree solar eclipse in Libra in fellow air sign. You may have picked up already on all this. This is all Libra. This is all air. This is where this configuration is coming from that I'm so excited about for Gemini placements, because a trine is the most favorable aspect in all of astrology. It's denoted by a triangle. It's a sacred geometrical formation that brings harmony, peace, and things just falling into your lap. Major manifestations, eclipses can bring things actually even more quickly. They can be catalysts for very rapid movement and manifestation. So all of that is happening. So not only do we have each of these individual transits that are shorter term passing through, except the transiting South Node, because that matches the eclipse cycle, which is between 2023, the beginning, and mid-2025. So we're at the second to last eclipse in the eclipse cycle for Aries Libra, bringing that me, we sector activated for everyone in the zodiac, and bringing the passions and excitement, and we'll go into way more about what this means, romance, children, creativity, your own individual expression versus the group, the common good, yourself as part of something greater. That's what's being activated during this 2-year series of eclipses. That's what's going to be coming back into the picture at this time. Lots of goodies in the short term, plus a long-term storyline with the goodies. So let's just get right into, before we do that, I want to give you a little background information on this eclipse energy, the kinds of things that we're talking about occurring from this eclipse at this time. And for these couple of years, these themes have come up for you before when we had these eclipses before. So if you think back to the middle of 2013 through the first half of 2016, if you think back to the beginning of 2004 through the first half of 2006, those are the most recent times before now that the Aries Libra eclipse cycle occurred. So the me versus we shuffling around of relationships and power-centric sourcing, independence, autonomy, merging, interdependence, codependence, all of these energetics moving around, plus your area of where you shine contributing to you being as part of a group. Those storylines, you can think back to those periods of time and you can see how these themes were at play and which kind of ways they have come up before. If something terrible happened in those times, that does not mean that something terrible will happen this time per se. These are themes, and these themes can include whatever has gone on. But remember that there were unique astrological factors in those periods of time that are not present now. And there are unique astrological factors now that were not present then. So it's not an exact match for those periods of time. But if you look for these energies that we're talking about, you may see, how these themes have come up before. So let's look at the players in this, or participants in this party, as I like to call it. There's a Libra party in the sky. This is a meeting of the minds. It's a mastermind, intellectual meeting about relationships and about how each person can empower the other and create synergy. all of these members or party participants bring something to the conversation, bring something to the party. And we're going to talk about exactly what that looks like. In general, this is about relationships. This is about connecting with others. This is about social structures and understandings and experiences. This is about manifesting energy through you that connects to other people and other people to you. One of the biggest themes, and when I say 7, okay, so back to the title, 7 power aspects bringing the galactic greatness. South Node is 1, Sun is 2, Mercury 3, Lilith 4, Australia 5, Juno 6, and then the solar eclipse 7. So that's what's going on here, okay? And all making that perfect angle for you. So this is really about liberating your creative potential. We're going to run all of this energy of connection and relationship through the lens of Leo, which is your creative potential and your bucket list energy and children. It rules the source, like the conception of an idea of a creative project or the conception of a child, and it runs straight through child's pregnancy, childbirth, child rearing. And that's the same for creative babies. So that creative process that has the spark of romance that starts it, because this is also the house of true love, is echoed out from, true love spark to conception, connection, running out through creations and experiences. So when we're looking at the eclipse energy, and we're looking at a new chapter. We're looking at a new chapter in your creative potential and unleashing your creative potential. We're looking at a new chapter in a relationship or a brand new relationship. And that's a lot of the energetics that's coming through the eclipse. And then when we throw the South Node in there, this is about clearing karma, clearing blocks. This is a time to release outdated creative limitations. I mean, that's what this does. The eclipse energy, especially the South Node energy, is about releasing. It's about releasing negative karma. It's about coaxing in positive karma and finding parts of yourself that have not been expressed that are ready to be expressed. So this is going to help you embrace a whole new level of artistic freedom and unleash your creative brilliance in amazing ways, letting go of anything that's holding you back, allowing you to soar to new heights, and just radically transform your self-expression. This can also radically transform your romantic energy. So it can give you a fresh start in your romantic life by clearing away past relationship patterns. The retrograde energies that are coming in, I mean, we do have from September 12th through October 7th of just pure new energy. This is free from personal planet retrogrades and free from Jupiter retrograde, which will start October 9th and go through February of 2025, early February. So, in that window right there at the beginning, there's still this energy of new things, of the tides going out. I go into this in more detail in my September report, and I do suggest you go back and listen to the September report if you haven't listened to it at all or listened to it recently, because there are factors of things that I discussed there that are in effect now, and they are flavoring this month. I just don't want to have done it twice when you can go back and listen. So podcast friends, you can scroll back to Gemini September 2024. YouTube listeners, I'll put the playlist at the end, or you can go on my Annie Botticelli YouTube channel and find Gemini September. And that will first of all talk about the Pisces eclipse that is still in effect now, because those eclipses echo out for a long period of time. So you can see what's going on there. And you can also see more about this open window, September 12th through October 7th. I'll touch on it. The point is that during that time, it's a time when the tides are going out. So anything that you want to go far and wide, do it through the first week of October, and you're more likely to have better and longer standing outcomes. Every day that we get past the 7th, not only does Mars start weakening and going inward, moving towards its actual retrograde in December, but getting deeper every day in October, every day in November into this, very deep, long transit where ambitions may wane and where your oomph may wane, and getting other people's help may be harder because the retrograde energy makes people lazy or hyper-focused on certain things, and the things they may be hyper-focused on might not be your project. So, this is a magical window here at the beginning of October that you can use, where people will be most responsive, where you will be most ambitious, and the energy can go far and wide. Because after October 7th, it's going to be time to be the spider, where all the webs that you made in the past and in this window of September 12th to October 7th will be, waiting for food to come into it. And you as the spider will wait to pounce on the food that comes to you rather than trying to conjure or make things happen. Because the September 12th to October 7th is a time to conjure. It is that time to conjure and make things happen. But you'll feel the slide if you're paying attention. And if you try to push things and conjure them, when the retrograde energies start, you will be met with frustration and resistance and not having your outcomes that you want. So let that be your guide, that you can keep pushing and working with things. And once you start getting, you can blast through the things through October 7th. And then as you get deeper past that, that may be a time, if things aren't quite working, to just stop them and do something else. See what is working. Many things are going to be working at this time. So you just have to get on that train and take it as far as it will take you. But this is very much going to be about transforming your romantic energy and starting this fresh new romantic chapter by clearing past patterns, opening up to deeper and more fulfilling connections that resonate with your true desires. And you may be doing a reevaluation of what your true desires are at this time. So when we add the sun here, the sun is at this party, adding to the conversation. This is a liberation of creative potential. This is helping you to release these outdated creative limitations or blocks. And this is also amplifying your creative brilliance and illuminating your inner genius and helping you step boldly into the limelight, into the spotlight, to share your gifts with the world. This is very much about the energy that you put out in the world. And it's very much about exploring new artistic ventures and just doing things that help you radiate joy. We have way too much adulting and things that we have to do. And this is a time for Gemini of really just going back to the things you love to do, mastering your creative expression, which Mercury in the conversation can help with, expressing your thoughts through writing and speaking, dance, articulating your ideas with grace and creativity. And while we're on the topic of Mercury, I want to add in a couple more layers here. In the days around October 8th, Mercury is going to trine Jupiter in your sign, and it's not yet retrograde. So, this is a beautiful enhancement of everything I'm talking about, and an enhancement to everything Gemini: writing, teaching, learning, editing, travel, mobility, and your first house, because that's where Jupiter is for you. And that has to do with your physical body and, what you put out in the world and how people see you. Mercury's involvement here also can have to do with mastering creative expression through fine-tuning and practice. You'll have a lot of mercurial energy, and Mercury rules Gemini. So in the days around October 21st and 22nd, Mercury will have moved on to Scorpio. We'll talk about that more later, but I just want to talk about the aspect now. It will come in trine Saturn. So this can be a really great time when putting some things into action, putting some things into practice, can really bring out, that creative focus. And then on October 31st, the veils will be very thin already from Scorpio transits, from, Samhain, Halloween, Dia de los Muertos, whatever you celebrate, All Saints Day. The veils will be more thin now. And then there's this beautiful aspect with Mercury and Neptune at that time, which can help you to tune in really to those realms that you can't see, but you can feel. And it can be perfect for sending those prayers to people who've passed and boosting the chances for synchronicities that you may very clearly hear their responses back to you. The veils, as I said, will be thin, and this aspect can help it be thinner. By the way, if you like the dates, I will be giving you more dates as we progress here, but definitely go to AnnieHelpsYou.com, put your name and email address in and click receive. And then when you get the welcome letter, click on the archive link, put October 2024 astrology, and then you will get all the sweet and salty dates, more of my favorite dates in the month, more of my bewareful and careful dates of the month, and a write-up of the whole month in general. So if you like the dates, you can get more of those there. All right, so the next thing that we have to talk about adding to this picture has to do with adding Lilith in. So this is a time for unleashing bold creativity. There's an unapologetic energy to Lilith that, will show up here. So it may be time for you to express without without those like creative fears or inhibitions. It may be time to explore like unconventional or taboo things. It may be time to push some boundaries. It may be time to go with unique opportunities. You may be drawing in unique and original opportunities, or you may be making them yourself. But it is very much, about being unapologetically yourself, and that will shine through. And then when we see Estrella here, we like to call Estrella a healing balm. So any kind of healing that has to happen, to your creative expression. If you tried something before and it didn't work, if you have wounds around that, if you have, past fears from past lives, or maybe your ancestors had something, if you were shut down, your joy and playfulness was shut down through life, just stamping it out of you, this can, Estrella here can help you to rediscover the joy and spontaneity that, is really intrinsic in this house that all of this energy is expressing through. So you may find yourself in this time rejuvenated and ready to enjoy all the pleasures in life in a renewed way. And then having Juno there is really about commitment. You may need to make a commitment to your success. You may need to make a commitment to your craft. You may be good at something, but you may need to take classes to fine tune. There's something involving a dedication to your creative passions and a nurturing of those talents and cultivation of those artistic achievements that will be so fulfilling in the creating and the accomplishment. But there may be some work that has to be done. And of course, because all of this Libra energy is here, someone may offer you an opportunity to do exactly that. This is also very much, double relationship energy, since romance is in the 5th house and Libra is all about relationship. Juno here also rules Libra. And this is very much about manifesting harmonious partnerships, romantic partnerships, creative partnerships, business partnerships, things that are built on mutual respect and shared creativity and shared passion. So the eclipse can really help you ignite creative breakthroughs, and it can bring sudden insights or opportunities that help you to embrace your creative power, that help you to enhance your passions and to pursue and manifest a life full of passion and creativity and love. You can see why I'm so excited about these 7 power aspects, because they're really, everybody is experiencing the movement of these planets through Libra, but not everybody is experiencing a trine. That's, just you and Aquarius folks. So it's just, it's a really exciting, rare time when so much energy is concentrated in such a wonderful configuration. Now, as the some of this energy starts to move along out of Libra, the Sun, Mercury will join Venus in Scorpio, deepening this energy of relationships. So, this is just the time of the year, the Libra time, September, October, November. Libra, Scorpio time is a time when we really deep dive into partnerships and relationships in general, and just from the Sun being there. But then we have the personal planets also moving through these placements, and now this has to do with resources and mining resources and digging deep to find the resources within yourself to bring them out, and other people investing in that for you, or you investing in other people. And so this is specifically for Gemini, this is in your house of health and wellness. So this energy is empowering. Scorpio energy is empowering. And so these transits, the Sun, Mercury, Venus, can empower your health and wellness and energize your health routines and transform your health practices and really help you to make impactful changes in your lifestyle that can really lead to greater vitality and balance. Mercury there also can have to do with strategy, so strategic wellness planning. You may get people on board who are good at these things to help you reach your health goals and your wellness goals. You may be aware that the stresses that are just, quote, normal are building up and can become too much, and that daily practices can help to soothe and smooth them over. So in this process, you can create effective plans for improving your overall well-being and productivity, because the 6th house is very much about productivity. And wow, we can be more productive when we feel better, right? So all of this is weaving together. This can also have to do with deepening your professional connections, because we've already very, very much stated the importance of social connections at this time. But the sixth house also can relate to professional connections because that's your daily work. Those are the people that you see or connect with every day. So, there could be a focus on collaborating on projects that will require insight and dedication and strategic thinking. And you may find that this meeting of the mind, mastermind energy, and then the Mercury going in here into that sixth house, is really helping you to focus and have those type of connections and type of meetings. But these meetings might be more invigorating than usual if they're usually boring. There may be more intellectual connection and there may be more emotional connection. Venus in this place can help you attract wellness and harmony. It can help, it's a very magnetic position. It can help you attract a positive attitude, which can change everything. It can help you commit to the self-care practices that will be the foundation for your present and future health. It can also help you to manifest joyful work. Venus there, plus all of this energy in the Leo house we've been talking about. You can have more fun at work, or you can have a more fun job, or you can make headway towards creating that space for yourself in the future. There can be this amazing alignment between your work and your passions that can create a new career or imbue your current career with the blending of the passions with also the work. So this is, it's a really, really exciting time. And it can actually just bring you more money. You may have a boost to your self-employment income. You may have special projects. You may get a raise. You may have bonus. Venus in that configuration can do all of those things. Okay, so I've been giving you a lot of dates. I told you where you can get more. I'll go into more details later about, that link that I discussed earlier. But I do want to give you another date before we sign off here. Days around October 17th, we have a full moon a full moon, just a full moon in Aries at 24 degrees. So that's going to be, just get some of this out of the way here. That's going to be in Gemini's 11th house, fullness, completion, fruition, possibly drama, coming to Aries stuff, your first house. That's the ruler rules Aries. Your physical body, your head, your neurological system. Get any symptoms checked out for sure. Sometimes full moons bring out symptoms that for your body, telling you that it needs something. Symptoms are not things, my personal opinion, after being in the mainstream medical realm through pharmacy and pharmaceuticals and other ways, and the alternative medical realm through too many things to count over all of this over 30 years, I've definitely come to see that symptoms are your body talking to you. And if you just take something to make the symptom go away, you're silencing what could be a preventative measure. If you have a small symptom but it's persistent, and then you have to keep taking things for it, like let's say you get a lot of headaches, there could be something going on, a dehydration issue, a mineralization issue, something worse, that could be giving you signs that if you knew beforehand and did a little work beforehand, may not escalate. So, this may be a time that symptoms come up and you can get things resolved. This may just be a time where you're thrown into the limelight. Full moons in Aries can often throw people into the limelight. And it can also just give you a boost of independence and self-confidence. And this is in a great angle for Gemini as well. This is also going through the house of your community, your friendships, your social circles, your groups. So the fullness, completion, fruition drama may show up there. One other piece on that is that even though all of the Gemini friends are going to get kisses from all these placements, I wanted to fine tune for these two aspects who of you may notice this more. Okay, so the full moon, the days around October 17th, late degree friends. So that's going to be 19 degrees through 29 degrees will get the biggest, closest kiss from that full moon. 19 degrees relates to June 9th through the rest of the sign, and the closer to around June 13th, 14th, 15th, the more you get the kiss from there. But if you're not in that zone, don't worry, because there's enough to go around for everybody. And that's just one of those aspects. Now, the other aspect is the 10-degree eclipse. And this is a big one. This is even far superseding as far as importance over time. So if you are an early degree placement, so that's going to be like May born, we'll say May 25th or so through around June 5th and the closer to around June 1st, or 5 degrees to 15 degrees and the closer to 10 degrees, the more you get the kiss from the solar eclipse. Now that's in the days around October 2nd, but remember that echoes out far before and after. So you may have already seen in the months before, multiple months before October 2nd, and you may see in the months after October 2nd, the blessings come in from this. But if you're not in that zone, the work is still happening. Sometimes it might not be as noticeable or in your face, but sometimes we're experiencing positive transformation on a more subconscious level, and it takes a little longer to have that echo out to be noticed. Okay, so make sure you like, subscribe, and click the bell. As I've been told, if you don't click the bell, you won't receive my notifications. And if you enable notifications, it makes it even more likely that you're not going to miss anything that I post. And if you want early access to my public horoscopes, then go to anniehelpsyou.com. You will see this page. Scroll down there, put your name and email address in here, click receive. You'll get a welcome letter into your inbox. Sometimes it goes to spam. You can find it there and move it to your inbox. And there will be my Eclipse resource page. There will be my zodiac health tips. You'll get my 28-day virtual coaching program. All of this for free. These are VIP perks. And at that archive link, you can search for October 2024 astrology to get my write-up of the sweet and salty dates. A lot of different dates that I didn't talk about in this report of aspects that you will really want to know and how you may see them manifest. Lots more goodies. I'm always finding out ways I can give extra perks to this community. You also get monthly mini astrology lessons. Now, if you're interested in learning astrology and you want something more structured and a system, I have that too. I've been an astrology teacher for decades, and I've helped many, many people get to where their passion of the stars helps them to earn money. So you can scroll down on that same page, click on Up Level, and you will see my Astrology Basics and Beyond course or my Become a Professional Astrologer Mastery Certification course. If you think I put a lot into my free offerings, you should see what I put into those courses. I hope you have a wonderful month, and I'll see you next month.